Hey there, tech survivors. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're jumping into the fascinating world of machine learning. It's the secret sauce behind much of what we call artificial intelligence. If you're wondering how your email knows which messages are spam or how Netflix knows you're into those cooking shows and sci-fi horror, that's machine learning in action. And trust me, it's not as complicated as it sounds. So, let's break it down. Think of machine learning like training a detective to solve mysteries, except the detective is your computer, and the mysteries are all sorts of data-related problems, like finding out if an email is spam, predicting tomorrow's weather, or even making a self-driving car drive itself. So, how does this detective computer learn? There are three main ways or methods it can learn, and they all have fancy names. But don't worry, I've got the cheat sheet. First up, we have supervised learning. Think of it like a teacher-student scenario. You have a teacher, that's us humans, who gives the computer a ton of examples, kind of like saying, "Hey computer, this is a cat and this is a dog." The computer looks at these examples and learns to identify cats and dogs on its own. This is great for tasks like spam detection in your emails. It learns from past emails labeled spam or not spam and starts catching the new ones by itself. Pretty neat, right? Now imagine you're at a party and not everyone has a name tag. Some do, but most don't. This brings us to a twist in the supervised learning tale: semi-supervised learning. Here the computer gets a mix. Some data is labeled, some isn't. It uses the labeled data as a guide to figure out the rest. It's like giving your detective a few clues and letting them piece together the rest of the puzzle. Handy for when you have tons of data, but not enough time to label it all. Next, we have unsupervised learning. Think of this one like being handed a mystery novel without any clues. There are no labels, no teachers, just a jumble of data, and the computer's job is to make sense of it all. Imagine you have a huge pile of mixed-up puzzle pieces. Instead of giving the computer a picture to follow, you just say, "Here are the pieces. Good luck." So, the computer starts looking for patterns, similarities, and differences in the data. It might group similar pieces together or identify clusters of data that have something in common, even if we don't know what that something is yet. Unsupervised learning is all about uncovering hidden patterns in the data without any prior information or human guidance. The computer has to figure everything out by itself. This is super useful for things like marketing, where businesses use it to group customers into segments, like tech enthusiasts or fashion lovers, based on their behavior without needing to know specifics about each person. Lastly, we've got reinforcement learning. Think of it as training a puppy. It tries out different things. Sometimes it gets it right, sometimes not so much. When it nails it, treats all around. When it messes up, no treats, and maybe a gentle nudge like, "Hey, don't do that." Now, when AI is learning big stuff like driving a car, it's doing this trial and error thing in a totally safe virtual world. Think of it like the world's most realistic video game. In this game, the AI car gets a high five, or, a virtual dog treat, when it stops at red lights or cruises smoothly into traffic. But if it runs a red light or almost bumps into something, it gets a buzz. No treats for you, buddy. The more it plays, the more it learns how to be a safe driver, without risking any real-life fender benders. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence that enables computers to learn from data, identify patterns, and make decisions with minimal human intervention. Instead of being explicitly programmed, machine learning systems improve their performance over time by analyzing large amounts of data and adapting to new information. Remember, the next time Netflix perfectly suggests that new show you didn't know you needed, that's machine learning making a guess based on your previous choices. Kind of like a friend who knows you too well. Or maybe your friendly neighborhood mind reader. That's it for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and remember, keep it smart, keep it curious, and don't be afraid to ask, because here, no tech question is too basic.